Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mystic's Heart here on the Star Nations Radio Network, Facebook live stream via BeLive TV. It's a new format and a new background today in honor of my Chue, my elder sister, Del Marie, and her fantastic show, Walk a Good Life. And what a show it was this morning, all about courage. And so that'll be the theme for us today. It's about courage, about walking in our own light, about being the warrior when we have to, men and women. And how do we walk that way? How do we behave that way? So with that, everybody, good morning. Hihane washte. And let me see here. I'll put up a little note. Good morning. And if you happen to be checking out this morning's show, if you would be so kind to like and share, that would be fantastic. Here we go. I love this new format. Good morning, Rob. It's good to see you. It's very good to see you. Well, I can't really see you, but you can see me. So there we are. Woo-wee, what a day. Oh my goodness. Look at this. That's what I get for just running downstairs really quickly to get a new cup of wakalapi. Wakalapi, that's coffee in the Lakota language, wakalapi. Good morning, Nikki. Thank you all for finding me this morning. I really appreciate it. Hey, Tana. Good morning. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. So welcome to my office. And as you can see behind me are the Black Hills of South Dakota, Hesapa, the sacred Black Hills. And this particular mural, for those of you that have never seen it, was created by my dear friend, my wonderful friend, Claudia Nielsen. It took her a year of Thursdays, every Thursday for 1 year, for her to create the scenery on the back wall here. And it takes up the expanse of the entire wall. So that as I'm working on the other side of my desk, good morning, Janice Francisco. Good to see you this morning. My friend / mother-in-law. She's my hubby's mama. Good to see you this morning. So on the other side, we have Hesapa and we have teepees, and my horses are painted into the scenery as well. My daughter and I are painted into the scenery. And some of the teepees, good morning, Margaret. Some of the teepees are Lakota and others are Blackfoot, Blackfeet, because that is my lineage, is the Blackfeet Nation. And so some of the teepees are painted in a very traditional Blackfoot manner back there. So it's like I'm sitting in sacred Hesapa when I'm working. And what a good feeling that is. Does it get any better? Hey, Ellen. Hello. Hello. Oh my goodness, Ellen. Can you believe the new movie by Medea that's coming up? Oh my God. Morning, Hollis. Angie. Good to see you too. Look at all of my friends are showing up. It's fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want you to know that. Thank you for finding me and sitting a spell this morning here in Hesapa, the Black Hills, with me in camp. So this morning, my Chue, good morning, Julia. It's good to have you with us this morning. Thank you for joining the Mystic's Heart. Mystics come from every tradition. Mysticism is not something that's relegated to the Judeo-Christian religions. There are mystics in every path of life. Those people that have dedicated themselves to seeking out the greater mysteries or to try to understand the greater mysteries, the greatest of which, of course, is our own selves, with a capital S, and how that extrapolates into the self, lower s, and how do we carry the greater self within us, and how do we walk in an expression of the greater self of the Creator, Wakantanka, every single day of our lives. The mystic from any tradition understands that everything is alive. Everything is alive with the breath and the love and the light of the Creator. And just as I said that, all of a sudden the wind kicked up right outside the office window here. I'm up on the 3rd level of my house, and shoo, the tree people heard me say that. The wind spirits, Tate Oyate, the wind nation, heard me recognize them. Good morning, Connie Vaughter. Geez, in 2 weeks we get to see Connie live here on Be Live TV. I am digging it. Tonight, me, Carl, and Ortrun will be joining Neshi Lokatz to talk about our new show, The Mystery School. It's all about mysticism. For those of you that know me, that have studied with me, there's a common thread throughout all of my books, throughout all of my meditations, my teachings, and that is mysticism. And when it comes to this way of life, Hihane Washte, Jocelyn, good morning. The mysticism is in talking to the wind, it's in talking to the trees, and to listening, mostly listening, because spirit is all around us. Creator is in everything, and we cannot hear Creator if we're always bumping our gums, right? We just can't. Sometimes we just have to be really, really still to hear that small voice, or sometimes the really loud voice that says good morning, that says you need to get back on the path because you veered off into what I call the pucker brush, right? Get off the black and blue road, get back on the red road, Dana, get moving. So this morning, it's about having the courage to walk that path. It isn't always easy. It sounds so simple. Well, I'm just going to walk a spiritual path. I'm going to walk that chunka luta, which means the red road. It's not always easy to do that and to do it in a good way. So we're dedicating this morning's show to that. And Sonia's saying the wind spirits have been quite active these past few days. Oh my. Okay, we know that the angels and spirit, by whatever name we call them, right? Some people call them the land of the Wakam Washte or the Gligli Washte, the Gligli Wakam, the angelic or the sacred spirits, Gligli Wakam, Wakam Washte, the good spirits, the Holy Spirit. Some people call them angels. So many ways that we can describe the sacred, so many ways that we can describe the mystery, and how the mystery expresses itself around us and within us. All right, here we go. I'm going to choose a card from the Mystic Heart Empowerment Deck Series. These are all of the cards. There are 4 decks now. Good morning, Cindy Lynn. Thank you for finding me. I know it's something to navigate for the first while, but I do appreciate that each and every one of you do take the time to find the show and to be in sacred space with one another and me. Okay. So this morning's card for everybody, no matter when you are tuning in today, is the turtle teaching. Good morning, Erin Camacho. Hihane Washte. Morning, Jacqueline. The turtle. The turtle is an exquisite being. Turtle is an exquisite being because just as I was just talking about how everything has wakam, everything has holiness in it, the creator in it, and the spirits that the creator creates within it. The turtle, when we look at the turtle, I love turtle. We notice that the turtle shell is up on top and it's listening to Grandfather Sky. It's listening to Wakantanka. And the undercarriage of the turtle is right up against Unchimaka, Grandmother Earth. And so what Hihane Washte again, Chue, one of the beautiful teachings about turtle is that turtle tells us to slow down, go within, and to listen to what Unchi, what Grandmother is saying to us. Listen to that, feel that, be with Grandmother Earth. But also listen to what Grandfather Sky has to say. In the morning, one of my favorite things to do is to look at, we would say, Ampowi Chapki, the morning star woman, Venus. Some people call her Venus. And to see her just starting to rise in the eastern sky in the direction of Eagle. to see her and to be with her and to listen to spirit at that time is magnificent. What does the morning star woman have to say about your day and how it's coming? I happen to believe that every star up in the Wichapkiwayate and the star nations is a being in and of itself, a holy being that is constantly communicating. Well, but then again, I happen to believe that everything is created by the Creator. So everything is holy. Every one of us is holy. Sometimes we think, holy cow, right? That person can't possibly be holy. Well, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Everything is holy. Everything is sacred. Okay. Hey, Meg. Oh, Meg and I had fun up in New Hampshire together. Oh, she's listening via Bluetooth. Isn't it amazing? I know. My husband, Todd, yesterday he came home and I was talking about Dell's show and he said, oh, I have something for you that will help with Dell's show. And it's an early Christmas present that I got so that it would be easier to help out with Dell's show in the morning. And okay. All right, here we go. Meg, this one is for you. It's the teaching of the white buffalo calf woman. This is from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. I'm going to see how I can best show this. Morning, Audra. The Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. Todd does love me. I love Todd. So Meg Tesawi, white buffalo calf woman, talks to us about balance, about giving and receiving in equal measure. It's good to give, and it's also good to receive. And this is a reminder for you, my dear friend. It's okay to receive. And, Meg, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. White buffalo calf woman is making her teaching known to you today. Morning, Becca. Todd likes you too, Audra. That's for sure. Morning, Nicole Werner. It's good to have you with us. Okay. So we know that when I do this show, you're welcome, Janice. Absolutely. I think I'm kind of getting used to the new format and keeping track of who's in the thread. And please, if I miss you one morning, just send me a note on Facebook and I will draw a card for you until I can really get it streamlined. So this is great left brain therapy. All right, here we go. All right, Mary Ellen from the Animal Totem Empowerment deck. We have, let me go over here, the owl, the beautiful owl. The owl has an amazing way of seeing at night or seeing into the darkness. Oftentimes, for some people, the owl represents death without dying. It means that there's a small death that is occurring. Some people, when they see an owl, think that literally somebody is going to pass on. But in this deck, the teaching is there's a small death. This is a time to let go. Let go gently. And what I want to say is let go gently and embrace warmly. And only you know what I'm talking about, what needs to be let go of. It could be something in your own mind, something in your life that needs to be let go of. In this small death without dying, it's let go and embrace warmly. The owl teaches us that. Yeah. Thank you, Becca, for finding me. I really appreciate that. Okay, Rob. Rob, it is the Firebird card. Isn't that a beauty? This is from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. Love it. And where can you find these? I guess I should write that. I always forget to do that. DeniseIwana.com is where you can find these beautiful cards. So Rob, the Firebird, of course, represents immortal light. Immortal light. We are immortal. I happen to believe we're immortal. We just keep rocking and rolling on. That in my mind, we just keep rocking and rolling on. And one of the teachings of the Firebird is this: don't be afraid, be alive. Be alive. So I've decided, since I'm turning 55, double nickels in a month, less than a month, I decided I'm going to learn how to ski. And so my daughter, she and I were talking, and she said, Mom, you're going to learn how to ski? That's awesome. Well, if you can surf and ride horses, you should be able to ski. And I said, yeah, it's something that I've never done. My daughter was on the ski team in school and all of that kind of a thing, but I never learned how to ski myself. So I said, hey, Tyrone, that's what we call Todd. That's what I call Todd, Tyrone. I think I'd like to learn how to ski. And he's a snowboarder. At one time, Todd was a semi-pro snowboarder. And I said, what do you think about that? He said, I think it's great. So don't be afraid, be alive. Try something new. Go beyond the scope of. And by the way, everybody, if you're listening and you're anywhere near Port Huron, Michigan, this Friday evening at the Raven Cafe, it is Julie Hedges, our very own Tarot Journey Julie. Tarot Journey to the Stars now. And Rob Candle live, the Raven Cafe. Rob, if you could post some info on the stream, that'd be great. All righty. Good morning, Tracy. Don't be afraid. Be alive. That is right. Don't be afraid. Be alive. What's the worst that can happen, right? You have to start the cycle all over again. But that's just how I think about stuff. Okay, Ellen. My little sister, Ellen. I'm shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle. All right. The Phoenix. Janice, you're such a saucy biscuit. She sure can be. Okay, Ellen. It's the Phoenix. Isn't that gorgeous? David Fix, I am telling you, he is extraordinary. The Phoenix. And Ellen, you know what that's all about, baby girl. Rise up and rise again. Rise up and rise again. The Phoenix rising from the ashes, creating anew. Don't let whatever get you down and stay down. Get up, rise up, walk in your light, walk in who you are. Rise up, the Phoenix. Own that. You are like a phoenix. You know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So the message of the Phoenix is rise up. Shine up, polish up, shine. There you go. Morning, Marilyn Lewis. How fun. It is always good to try new things, Mary Ellen. That's right. Always good to try new things. I said, so what do you think of that, Elise? That your mom's going to learn how to ski? She said, well, that's nothing new. It doesn't surprise me, Mother. It's nothing new for you to say you're going to try something. That's right. Go for it. Tracy Civic. Hey, Tracy, you and Mervyn and Jennifer and Charlotte and Julie have a really cool class going on up north near Traverse. They're in Glen Arbor. Tracy, would you do me a favor and post in this stream? Please. That would be great. So people can find out where you're teaching your class and what it's about. Go right ahead and put it all in there. We haven't changed that idea about our Tuesdays together. This is a community. This is a place to share what you've got going on. Yeah. Julia, this one is for you. It is the Centaur card, the Centaur, from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. That's the front, and the wording is on the back. You can't really see that very clearly. the wording on the back. The centaur is the divine doctor. A lot of people maybe don't know that. And the mythology of the centaur comes to us from ancient Greece. The centaur says, healer, heal thyself. And I would add to that, heal thyself, take some time for you. Instead of being busy, taking care of everybody else in your life and every other thing, Centaur says, but what about you? Take care of you. Spend some time with you. Be good to you. Nurture you. Cindy Lynn. I love this card from the Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. That reminds me, Cindy Lynn, this card is about celebrating your birth. And I know we're coming up on that because you are a fellow Scorpio. This is a celebration of how far you've come. Own who you've become and the path that brought you to this place. Sometimes we can be so critical of ourselves and the experiences of our life. This card says, hold up a minute, Cindy Lynn. It's time for you to celebrate. You've come a long way, baby. Don't stop going. Keep on moving. Pause for a minute. Pause for a moment and celebrate yourself. Celebrate your life. Because you know what? People love you. People need you. Your light is needed in this world. I don't think you recognize that deeply enough. And so I'm just going to say that to you today. The world needs you. We love you. And, sometimes our light isn't always the brightest, right? Sometimes we can feel like a really dim bulb. Like, here's our light some days. And other days it's like, holy camole, look at that light. It's okay. Honor it, whatever way it comes. David Fix, speaking of the Mystic Angels, and thank you, Meg. Meg was the impetus for this. For those of you that have wondered about the pendants from the Mystic's Heart, these pendants are extraordinary. This is the angel Anael. That was the card Yehudia for Cindy Lynn. This is Anael. David Fix creates each and every one of these beautiful pendants by hand. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. It's kind of difficult in this lighting. I live in a true to its fashion New England salt box home. There is no overhead lighting in any of the rooms except for the kitchen. So we have ambient lighting. Hey, Bobcat. So if you go to DeniseIwana.com and you look on the Mystic's Heart, every single one of the Mystic Angels is now available in these amazing pendants. Here is one of Metatron. And Meg was the impetus for adding all of the rest of the angels. So thank you for that, Meg. These are gorgeous. And David creates each and every one by hand. And then they are blessed with frankincense and myrrh from the Middle East, right, and sent along their way to whomever purchases. So I wanted to show David's efforts and to thank you, Meg, for that. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bobcat, how are things down there in Alabama way? Land of the Crimson Tide. You are my friend, but I am a Georgia Bulldog. And I know that you're okay with me being a Georgia Bulldog. Oh, goodness. Hey, Tana, this one is for you, my friend. The extraordinary, whimsical pet portrait woman. Oh, my, Tana, I have to tell you this. When we had the art reception for Gathering Thunder Foundation, all of the artists who used my dining room and the restroom off of the dining room, every one of them commented about my portrait that you created of Merlin. They absolutely adored it. Yes. Tana, this one is for you. It is the Griffin. The Griffin. Gryffindor-like. From the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. And the Griffin says, be brave. Bravery is called for at this time, Tana. Be brave. Be bold. Just go for it, baby. Go for it. Yeah. Marianne. Here's one. Oh, I love this one. It's the Gargoyle from the Spirit of Mythology, the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle legend and mythology comes to us from France. Yes, the gargoyle is the defender of the light. And so, Marianne, the gargoyle says to you, victory is yours. Stand in the light. It's not always easy to be the person that stands in the light. It just isn't. Sometimes, we are called into places where we're asked to hold the light, to be the light, to shine the light. The gargoyle says you've been drawn there for a reason. Stand in your light. Be the light. Just be the light. And so how do you do that? People say, well, Denise, what do you mean stand in the light? What is that? Be yourself. Just be yourself, your authentic self, not who everybody wants you to be, any of that business, or who somebody told you needed to be. Stand in the light. And Marianne, if you would do me a favor and in this thread, put your website or your page there at, should have just escaped my mind, where you saw your photographs. That would be great so people can see your work. Margaret. Oh, one of my very favorites, the Sun-Faced Kachina from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. The Sun-Faced Kachina is the life bringer, the bringer of life. I have a Sun-Faced Kachina here in my room. Let me see if I can find him. Hold on. Here he is. Here is my Sun-Faced Kachina. I have him here in a sacred place in my office. He came to me while I was in California many, many, many years ago. It's as though you can hear them calling to you when the Kachina says, take me home. I just felt this draw to this Kachina. And you can see that it is signed by the creator, the native man who created him. It says, Sunface by Ron Largo. So I take very good care of this Kachina. I happen to believe that this Kachina represents a beautiful spirit. For you, Margaret, what I will say, and I'm just going to keep him here since he's made himself known, is the Sun-Faced Kachina says, again, stand in your light. Stand in your authentic, beautiful light. Shine your light. Be the light. And even in the face of life's obstacles, oh my goodness, sometimes we have some obstacles, don't we? The winds of opposition, gossip, trials, tribulations, whatever it happens to be. Sun-Faced Kachina says, yeah. Stand in your light. Stand in it anyway. No matter how those winds are blowing, no matter what's going on, stand. Breathe. Sometimes we just need to take a breath. Last night I was texting back and forth with one of my kids, and I finally just said, you need to stop, take a deep breath, and bring yourself into this present moment. Not in the past, not into the future, into this present moment. Just breathe. Just be. Be in your light. The world needs your light, not your anxiety. Hey, Lisa McCarthy. Yeah. I do. Hey, Nami. I do love the live stream. It's great fun. And Del, we will get you fixed up and prepped up. I told Todd that some things need to happen with your computer. So your brother-in-law, he's on it. All right, Jacqueline. Oh, I love this one. This is from the Mysteries of Ancient. You're welcome, Margaret. Shine your light, Margaret. You're a beautiful light being. Shine it. We need it. Spirit also wants you to know that your prayers are very powerful, and thank you for continuing to pray the way that you do in such a beautiful conversational way. Yeah. This is the Egyptian god Ptah. Ptah represents the power of our thoughts and how our thoughts manifest into things. In some ancient teachings, we're taught that our thoughts become the cherubim of our mind. Ever wonder why the cherubim angels are floating around on clouds like thought bubbles? Because they are. Ptah says, Jacqueline, be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your words and the octave and the tone of your thoughts and your words, particularly to yourself. This is an auspicious time as we're coming into the fullness of autumn. This is a time of harvest and seed planting. So plant seeds with positive thoughts. Yes. And Jacqueline, what I really want to say to you is please be nicer to yourself with your thoughts. And I'm going to give you homework. And, whether you choose to take it or not is entirely up to you. But your homework is every day throughout the course of the day to say something good to yourself, something kind. Even if you look in the mirror and say, I love you, when you say it, mean it. Say it like you mean it. I love you. I love you. All right. Let me have a little look-see at what's going on. Chue Dell. This one is for you, Chue. Oh, it's the crow. It's the crow. What I love about the crow is the crow has the ability and the courage, like the raven, to go into the darkness to find those sacred teachings. And a teaching is a teaching, blah, 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 blah. I mean, there are teachings everywhere, but it becomes wisdom when we experience those teachings. When we experience a teaching, whatever it happens to be, and then all of a sudden it becomes our wisdom because we've walked with that teaching and through that teaching to gain wisdom. This represents you, Chue. You're one of the bravest women that I know. I'm talking about warriors this morning. Holy smokes. Yeah. Thank you for your bravery in teaching what you know to be true. You're not just reading it out of a book and, mimicking it. You've walked through it. And it's your wisdom. And once a month here on Star Nations and in Star Nations magazine, you share that wisdom. Thank you for that. That is a big deal. Janice Francisco. It's the Kokopelli from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. It's the Kokopelli. Kokopelli is about fertility. It's about abundance. It's about gratitude. And this is about having gratitude for the abundance in your life. This is an abundant time for you. And one of the very best ways of thanking the universe, of thanking Creator for the abundance in our lives is just to say, thank you for the abundance in my life. I do that every morning. I do that. I do that every single morning of my life. Thank you for the abundance in my life and for the abundance that continually flows into my life. Thank you for that. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for that. This is an abundant time. It's a time of celebration, Janice, to celebrate all the goodness in your life and the goodness that you bring to life. The goodness that you bring to life. Good morning, Kelly Spencer. Hey, Polly Jo LeBay. It was good to see you last week. Hard to believe it's been a week already. Holy camole. All right. Shuffle it up a little bit. Tracy Civic. Oh, this one is for you, Tracy. It is the White Eagle, the teachings of the White Eagle from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. The White Eagle actually heralds from the Giza Plateau, from ancient Egypt. And when the White Eagle appears, ancient teachings also appear. This is a time when ancient teachings are being revealed to you in a variety of manners. Says the White Eagle, pay attention and trust. Trust what it is that is being brought to you. Trust yourself and the wisdom of your soul. White Eagle. I would do some journeying with White Eagle if I were you. I do believe. That's a potent card. Chills, she's saying. All right. Lisa McCarthy up there in Ferris State University territory, home of the Bulldogs. The Swan Maiden is here for you. The Swan Maiden comes to us from Scandinavia. And the Swan Maiden represents the Valkyrie Shield Maiden, the woman warrior. The Valkyrie Shield Maiden says to you, Lisa, you are divinely protected. You are divinely protected. Get out there, be you. Share your gifts and talents. Live your life and know that you are divinely protected. Spirit, your angels, creator has your back. Through challenges, tribulations, be courageous. Good morning, Missy. Always know that everything happens in divine timing. Everything happens for a reason. I happen to believe everything happens for a reason. We don't always know what that reason is in any given moment, but it is always revealed. And in my life experiences anyway, it's always been for my greatest and highest good and the good of all. So know that you're divinely protected. You got lots of angels around you, surrounding you at this time and all time. Bobcat. I love this one. It's the Sasquatch from the spirit of mythology. The Sasquatch, the gentle giant from the stars. The gentle giant from the stars. You notice whenever the Sasquatch comes through, maybe somebody gets a little bit of it on camera or whatever, Bigfoot, they don't leave like dead carcasses and mayhem or anything like that. They leave gentle footprints. All anybody ever finds, maybe other than a tuft of hair, are footprints. Footprints. You are very, very welcome, Lisa. And so, Bobcat, the teaching for you is be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with the situation. Whatever it happens to be, the situations in your life right now, Spirit is saying, be gentle. Walk gently. Walk gently into your own soul. Walk gently into your own mind, into your own emotions. Walk gently. Be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Oh, thank you for that, Lisa. Yeah. All right. Let me take a look. Sharon. I love this one. Ehaka Oyate. The Elk Nation. The elk says every morning is a brand new morning and an opportunity to begin again. The elk says today and every day is a love song from the Creator, full of octaves and voices and being surrounded in the love of the Creator. Whether we see that or not is entirely up to us. Some people can find themselves in absolute exquisite beauty and the only thing they see is the negativity. Elk says, look at the beauty. This is a love song from the Creator that we're living in. It's a brand new day. And how do you greet the brand new day? How do you greet the brand new day? So the message for you is welcome to a brand new day and welcome to a brand new day in your life. You can make it whatever you want to make it, Sharon. And elk usually says, take a moment. Just take a moment to pray and be grateful for the new day. How do you greet the new day? That's the question from the elk. And I know that you are a very grateful person. So it's also a thank you for the gratitude that you give. Mary Ann. The Lamassu is here for you, Mary Ann. I'm trying to, Missy. I sure am. Would you like one? That'd be great. This is the Lamassu. The Lamassu. The Lamassu is the gatekeeper, kind of like the Sphinx. The Sphinx is the watcher on the threshold. The Lamassu says healthy boundaries are being called for, and healthy boundaries are now required. Have good, healthy boundaries, Marianne, and understand it's okay to have healthy boundaries. Being a light worker, being a compassionate person, being an empath does not mean that we should have doormat written across our forehead. No, what it means is we should actually be having boundaries that nourish and support our sensitivities, that nourish and support our gifts and our light. So healthy boundaries are being called for right now. And know that your boundaries, yeah, good. Boundaries are good. Stick with them. Stick with them. And if they're in need of tightening up, tighten them up. If your boundaries are too stiff, I mean, some people, well, that's a whole other show, isn't it? Their walls could use a little bit of softening, soften up. So go into, meditation time, contemplative time. Think about your boundaries, your borders. It's good to have them. And it's okay to have them. They're necessary. Missy. Oh, the eagle, Wambli Oyate, is here. The eagle nation, Wambli, from the direction of the east. For me, in the way that I have been taught, Wambli comes to me from the direction of the east. Wambli, eagle nation, says, rise above. Look at things from a higher perspective. Boy, sometimes we can get so muddled, can't we, in the daily stuff of our lives, that sometimes we just need to sit for a minute and take a look at the broader picture, the bigger picture, to get outside of ourselves and above ourselves, out of our small self into our higher self, to have a look at what's really going on. I think that's a healthy thing for all of us to do. I try to do it. Sometimes I have to be reminded to do it. You need to take a look at the bigger picture here, Dana. Somebody asked me, by the way, how come some people call you Dana and some people call you Denise? This was brought up in Massachusetts. We were with Brenda Edwards, and we're at Brenda Edwards' house, and somebody said, I'm confused. Some people are calling you Denise and Sandy just called you Dana. What's up with that? Well, Dana is my birth name and Denise is my adoptive name. So in 2008, I took back my birth name, and legally I am Denise, but my friends call me Dana. I'll put it that way. My friends call me Dana. Yeah, some people, have a little bit of a tough time with calling me Dana. That's okay. Some people just call me Dee. Kelly Spencer calls me Dee Dee, Dee Dee. It's all okay. If it's said with love, all right. And, oh, you're welcome, Missy. These cards are just beautiful reminders. There's nothing magical about them. It's just beautiful reminders. It's about focused intention. Before Dell came on her show this morning, this entire space was flooded in sage, South Dakota sage. I lit some and I smudged it all up, and sacred space is very important. All right, Kathy Skirmerhorn. All right, Kelly Spencer. Kathy Skirmerhorn. The Thryae. The Thryae. The Thryae, to the ancient Greeks, represents our intuition, the oracle. When the Thryae show up, the Thryae say, Kathy, pay attention to your intuition. Sometimes we don't want to believe our intuition, do we? We think, really? No. I want to believe what my rational mind is trying to tell me is true. And the intuition says, but honey, that is not true. Pay attention to what your heart and intuition are telling you. The brain says, no, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear what I'm dreaming up here in the noodle. The heart says, no, pay attention to what your heart knows to be true. The Thryae is saying, Kathy, pay attention to what your heart is telling you. Honor the infinite intelligence of your heart. You know how many brain cells are contained within our heart chambers? Lots. Gee, and as I just said that, a great big beautiful hawk just went flying by. There you go. Jocelyn. Hey, Jocelyn. Chakra sessions will be up after me on the Chakra Sessions with Polly Jo LeBay page here on Facebook. I like live streaming from our pages. Kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Jocelyn. So right on lately. Thank you. You are welcome. You are very welcome. Jocelyn. Yes, please do call me Dana. Yeah. The White Hart from the Spirit of Mythology. The White Hart says, let the adventure begin. Let the adventure begin. Go on an adventure. Even if it's just an afternoon adventure, this is a card of playfulness. It's a card that says, go out and do something that you don't normally do during the course of most of your days. Go out and have a little adventure. Let the adventure begin, says the White Hart. Don't you love that? I do. It's time for an adventure. Even if it's just a day-long adventure, get out there and have one. Sometimes the adventure can just be, hold on for just a minute, can just be going for a walk in the woods without expectation. Sometimes the expectation is that an adventure is going to have a certain outcome or a certain feeling. Sometimes the greatest adventure is when we begin our day with, I don't know what I'm in store for today, but I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to love it and I'm going to roll with it and let today be an adventure of the most magnificent kind without expectation. Time to play. Time to play. Nicole Werner, my daughter from another mother. It's the mountain lion. Oh, this is perfect for you, the mountain lion, with that mane of hair you have, for one thing. For me, the mountain lion comes in from the direction of the west, which for me is the color black or sapa. And what the mountain lion says is this: I know who I am. I walk firmly along my path. Nicole, you know who you are. Walk firmly on that path, no wobbling. You know who you are. Walk that path, honor that path. Creator and you decided you were going to have this path in life. You know who you are, honor it. Not everybody's going to understand it. You and I have had conversation about this. Not everybody's going to understand who we are. Not everybody is going to understand our path, and that's okay. It's okay. Not everybody understands my path. Trust me on that one. Boy, and that's okay. When you're younger, you kind of worry about that, don't you? But what are they going to think? Well, after you have a few years under your belt, so I'm giving you a heads up early because you're a young woman. People are going to think what they think. And what people think and say is none of your business. Your business is to walk your path, own who you are, and be that. Nikki. Oh, I love this one. It's the Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel is the angel of light and love. Chamuel is the angel that says, welcome more love into your life. It's okay to welcome more love into your life. Sometimes when we're looking for more love in our life, Chamuel says, but what are you going to do with the old outdated love that turned sour and nasty that you're still ruminating about? Get rid of that old, nasty, sour love experience so that you can allow more love into your life. This is also an affirmation, Nikki, of the love that you share. And the way I believe, I'm just going to add this, the way in which you help people to come to love themselves and their gifts and their talents there at the Heartful Art Studio. I've seen you in action. And people who maybe were told that they're not an artist or they should rethink ever doing art again, or self-doubt has overcome them. I've watched you embrace and love themselves in that art studio. Spirit is saying for you to do the same thing. Chamuel. Mm-hmm. Kelly Spencer. Kelly Spencer. Oh, the water dragon from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. The water dragon says your sixth sense is heightened. Pay attention to your sixth sense, to your inner psychic. I'm just going to type this because people always say, Denise, why don't you put your website so people can see it? DeniseIwaniw.com. There you go. Ain't that the truth? You're welcome, Nikki. Nicole is saying, ain't that the truth? That's right. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets it. And they don't need to get it. I've always said to my kids, if at the end of any given day I can look at myself in the mirror and know that I've done what I feel is a good job or good things, then I'm the only person I'm accountable to is myself and my soul. And if I get up the next morning and find out I did a lousy job the day before, sometimes an apology is called for, right? But, well, that's enough about that, isn't it? Okay. So Kelly, pay attention to your intuition. It's heightened right now. And I would say with regard to that, nurture yourself because the intuition is all about sensitivity. So be nurturing to yourself at this time, Kelly. Hollis, you beautiful thing out there on the West Coast. Ooh. The Archangel Saint Michael, Michael, that magnificent being, the blue angel. Michael is with you. And I think I want to leave it there because Michael is to you who Michael is to you. But I'm kind of covered in goosebumps right now after I pulled that card for you. Yeah. Yeah. Sonia is saying, I like the idea of an apology to myself sometimes. Yes. Sometimes we do have to say, geez, Dana, weren't you a little hard on yourself yesterday? This one's for you, Sonia, by the way. It's the Archangel Azrael, Scorpio, the mystic. So, Sonia, what that means is your inner mystic is saying, Sonia, would you take a little bit of time today or this evening or this afternoon to just sit and to be with your inner self, to be in your interior castle, to be with that? To listen to the voice of your guides and angels and breathe. Azrael says, come sit. Breathe. Listen. Feel. Be. Aaron Camacho, the Archangel Camael, is associated with the sign of Aries. When Camael shows up, Camael says, be confident in who you are and your ability to decide the course of your own life. You did not come to the earth plane to experience any form of servitude to the vision of life that others have for you. Be confident in who you are. This is kind of like the mountain lion sort of a thing. Except there's this caveat. You know, a lot of people have a lot of ideas about who we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to behave. Be confident in who you are. All right. With that, everyone, it's time for Chakra Sessions with Polly Jo LeBay over on the Chakra Sessions page. Here on Facebook. It's going to be a fabulous show because it's always a fabulous show with Polly Jo. With that, everyone, I will continue to post cards for some of you who maybe didn't receive one this morning. Just post a little something on the end of this thread. And if you go to the Mystics Heart Community page here on Facebook, I will post cards for you this morning. With that, everyone, blessings be. Have a beautiful day. This is a beautiful new day that the Creator has made. Let's all enjoy it.